Supernovas. What up, supernovas? It's Naomi. I'm back with a message. It's been a while. If you know me, you know, welcome back. I come on here based off of inspiration, so I just been going through the energies just like y'all, but for the past couple of days I've been getting, you know, the intuitive hit to share some energy that I'm channeling at this time. So here I am. Definitely go to the About Me video that is on my page, Media Mystic 9999. That's 4 9s. Okay, here on YouTube, that tells you a bit about me, my spiritual journey, the intention for this channel, and the beautiful collective of participating, innately joyous beings that resonate with these messages, in which I refer to as supernovas, all right? Cosmic beings here in earthly form, for a purpose of grounding specific energies and more. So if you feel like you resonate with just that little bit, definitely go and check out that About Me page either prior to this or after this, so you can get a gauge for who I am, because I always feel like that's important to know who's talking to you, especially when it pertains to spirituality. Secondly, everybody head over to my Stan store, the Mystic Hub, at stan.store/Media Mystic, where I have my music available on there. You can also get a preview to the first chapter of my book, The Fruit of the Womb: Secrets to Divine Counterparts, Ancestral Wealth, and the Healing Power of Creation. Is available now for crowdfunding. You can get the first chapter, the partial first chapter, for free PDF downloaded right now, as well as being a doula through supporting through one of the tiers, where I have all type of spiritual offerings available for you to participate in, to be one of the first people to get this sacred activation of a book that has channeled through me, that is very powerful. So that is stan.store/Media Mystic. Go check out the Media Mystic Instagram page, which is at Media Mystic _, and the link to the Stan store is also available there as well. Okay, boom, that's less than 3 minutes. All right, so this is the general message. There's going to be 3 messages that are all interconnected. I call them waves or consciousness, 1, 2, or 3. They're going to be in separate videos, and they're going to be linked by a similar thumbnail and angel number, which today is angel number 44. In the title of the video, you will be able to distinguish which wave or consciousness the video is relaying. Wave 1, wave 2, wave 3. The one that you choose that just pops up on your page and you did not look for it is going to be more of a subconscious, unconscious remembering for confirmation. The one that you decide to choose, let's say you watch a video and you want to see another video, that is more conscious, and that is something that you are aware of, and you are just getting more support in confirmation or remembering. Okay, so again, the one that you clicked on that you didn't know whether it was 1, 2, or 3, that is more coming to the surface from the subconscious for remembering and confirmation. And the one that you choose out of 1, 2, or 3 is the one that you have awareness about already, and you're getting support for remembrance and confirmation for what you already are consciously aware of. All right, wave number 2. So hopefully you've watched the collective message, so you can tie that into this message and see how this kind of hones in on your specific frequency. And this is talking about cosmic shifts that are taking place that are affecting humanity, earth, etc., and how you can amplify your abundance, or how abundance is amplifying, period, and how you're connected to that. So this can be through the way that you've incarnated, through the way your divine counterpartnership has incarnated, or the energy has presented itself in this lifetime for you, or any child that you've created from this space, or creative projects in this time. So let me see, where do I want to start? This is very much centered on your divine counterpart connection and the telepathy that's going on. There's a remembering that's happening between you and your counterpart. Okay, it's a cosmic collaboration, a shared vision, shared wealth. There is Sagittarius energy here for me. In regular tarot, it would be the Queen of Wands, which again is supernova energy anyway. That fire. What I want to say to you is that, you know, there is a close connection to you and the sun at this time, right? Because all of my messages with supernovas is connected to Earth energy budget. Obviously, supernovas, the sun is a star, so it's very significant. So this card here, which is the Sage of Fire, it is a Sagittarius, and it's talking about an ancestral wake-up call, communicating intermittently through electromagnetic energy, awe-inspiring displays of connection, and or the occasional successful trigger to deprogram and reassess state of balance. So this is happening as it does in the earth, right? So we have solar storms that happen. So this could be very significant. You possibly could be someone that is into like the geo weather, you know what I'm saying? Or this is just confirmation or remembrance that you also operate in the same way, where your electromagnetic energy gives off signals to your divine counterpart. And so you guys are communicating to each other, whether you are in close proximity or not. There is a telepathy that is going on. And for Sagittarius, for me, it has to do with, you know, thought system, belief systems, and, you know, not always being on the same page. But then there is an energy of getting on the same page. You know, I don't know. You guys could be very philosophical, the two of you. Or you could be coming into that energy. There's a certain philosophy that I think that you guys hold here, because there is a Lemurian activation. And Lemuria was an ancient civilization that it was feminine based. It was very telepathic though, like very energy body type of vibe. And, you know, so you guys could be awakening to your telepathic abilities together. Because here it has cosmic collaboration, shared vision, shared wealth. I don't know if I said this already. Partnering expands your field exponentially. Look for aligned collaborators to multiply, to flow. I mean, I feel like basically what this is saying is, as far as it is talking about your amplified abundance, is with your divine counterpart, you know. And there is, you know, this incarnating energy, like I said, whether you were born this way, whether this is how your divine counterpartnership has surfaced in this incarnation, or this has to do with a child that's coming from this, whether this child is already here, or information energetically, or this is a creative project. There's an energy of like premature birth, and there's a fear around it, but that fear is for you to face, or this is something that you have already been in process of doing. And fear came up for the previous consciousness wave number 1, but their fear was induced. Your fear is from being premature, right? Being here too early. But the fear is coming from a place of like, I need to help. So you have like this rescuer energy, or you both may have this, or this is how you guys are kind of communicating to each other, like, I'm afraid, come help me. And then like that's how like this divine counter partnership kind of evolved, or that was the foundation of it. So there's a fear of missing out. Okay, so it's like there's a fear of missing out, and obviously this could be past, present, future. So you guys got to decide that part. I'm just going to talk to you like I know that you know what I'm talking about already. So there was like a fear of missing out, not because it's a fear of missing out because you feel like y'all need to be on the same page, but that doesn't really matter. It's just like it's like one of you guys awakened before the other one, basically, is what I feel like. And because I feel like one of you guys sent out a SOS to the other, and it could also have to do with what's going on with the solar energy as well, and how that affected you, because we have here like northern lights. Like sometimes, you know, a solar storm can present itself as you know, a resonance of the northern lights, or it can like completely like shut down an energy grid, you know, and there'd be no electricity for the, you know, entire block of, you know, people or whatever. So it depends on how this is going, but I feel like what this is saying is like there was some type of solar energy. One of you is the holder of this energy here, and I feel like it could be the feminine. This could be divine feminine because it's coming out as the sage, and so like the feminine could have been like giving off this fear energy, and that could have made the masculine wake up. Or vice versa. But at the end of the day, like it may feel like, you know, it has thrown you off kilter here and there. Like sometimes it's very beautiful. Again, it's like supernova energy again, like something that is so violent and so spectacular at the same time. Sometimes, you know, it's beautiful like the northern lights, and sometimes it's not, right? But it's just a reminder of the vulnerability and the connection. So the vulnerability is not to say that it is a weakness. The vulnerability is to say that you guys matter to each other. You guys are very important to each other. So what one of you guys experiences, the other does. So this is from my book, Fruit of the Womb, Secrets of Divine Counterparts, Ancestral Wealth, and the Healing Power of Creation. It says here, quote, rather than reacting from resistance or control, these partners engage through attunement. When one soul begins to grow or transform, the other naturally senses the call. They tap each other's shoulder, soul to soul, initiating awareness adjustment or realignment. So that's what's happening with you guys here. This is a sacred contract activation that is happening, and you guys are tuned into each other. Okay, and so partnership is very important at this time, because you guys are communicating to each other, because you're trying to build something here. You guys are trying to anchor something here, heaven on earth, right? And it has a lot to do with this facing of this fear energy. You guys are very empathic. You have seen people to be your mission. There has been, you know, energy of like fearing like loneliness, and lessons of connecting to the divine and trusting your unique soul purpose. So this is all a part of this. Whatever is going on with your divine counterpart is sanctified. Okay, so I don't know if the divine counterpart connection that has surfaced itself, okay, it might have been scary at first too, you know. It might have triggered fear in you guys, but it is a sanctified connection, meaning that it's holy, right? So this is not something for you to be afraid of. It is holy, it is ancient, and it is something that has been forgotten to be remembered, right? So then it's saying here, right, because it says it's a reminder of vulnerability and connection as a piece of the equation of cosmic harmony, offering opportunities to lighten the frequency through clarity and victory through focus. So the throat chakra is very important here. The color blue may be significant to you. The two of you may be people who are artistic. Even with this talking about 7th house energy, I'm getting Libran energy and also just like contracts, the 7th house. So in some way you guys may be artistic together, and there may be a need to speak, to communicate, to write, to use your throat chakra in an artistic way, and that is a form of healing for the two of you. And in that, there's where the abundance is for you guys. So even the communication between the two of you. So like if there's an energy of like if there has been fear between the communication that has been on a telepathic level, there's the opportunity to, you know, understand the holiness of this, where it says lessons of connecting to the divine and trusting unique soul purpose, because this is a part of your purpose. That's also trusting in the divine, and then that's opening up abundance, because then as the two of you are able to communicate however you guys uniquely communicate, you know, and understanding how you're supposed to be lightening your frequency throughout this time, because pay attention to what is being triggered, because that's going to be specific to each of you, whoever is watching this, listening to this message. Whatever is being triggered, you have to look at it and see what it is trying to tell you that is ascending and evolving, so that you can release the fear. Because with the fear, I didn't speak about this in wave 1, but with the fear, when you're holding on to fear, which also has been things that has been integrated into many of us, but is also a reaction to something that is violent, like a supernova. So in a way, it's like you recognizing that you've been afraid of your own power, right? Like you're a supernova. You come from the stars. You come from an explosion of a star, right? So in some kind of way, you guys are learning how to channel that energy in an artistic form. And possibly that's a form of the way that you guys telepathically communicate to each other. However, you know, I feel like I'm getting deeper into your energy. But I feel like there's more focus with it too, because it says victory through focus. So maybe this connection requires a little bit more focus than what you've been giving it, so that things are more clear for you. Yeah, remembering your soul agreement for self and sharing wisdom. This is what this is. This is what this is. It's a part of your purpose. And I didn't finish my sentence. when you have fear, so the fear is, I feel the fear part is the projected taught. The fear part is the projected taught part. That part was what the Sagittarius energy is trying to help you to see. The Faustian bargains, I don't know, Freudian fraud, right? That was the, what is he? Philosopher, Freud? F-R-E-U-D, but then also fraud, F-R-A-U-D, right? These are things that are false, Faustian bargains, things that did not reciprocate. Okay, so that may be significant here too, because it's talking about healing values and self-worth and material resources. Okay, so there should be some type of reciprocative energy. And with your divine counterpart, no matter if you guys want to act like it's not, it is. Because when something happens to one of you, you guys trigger each other. You know? So working together will support you in expanding that. So this is however you use who you are to create things that help to express and to cultivate that. And the throat chakra and blue is important too, right? I believe it's turquoise is the color of the throat chakra. I was about to say root chakra, so that could be of significance to you too. But yeah, that's the message. That's the message for you guys. Oh, I didn't finish this sentence. Okay, fear is root chakra. So that's where the blockage is, okay? Or the disharmony or the dissonance. Has been, is, was, whatever. You know what it is, right? When there's fear, what it does is blocks the energy from the sun. So the sun is active, right? There's solar storms, there's solar flares, there's coronal mass injections, which is like plasma shooting from the sun, right? And it comes into the earth atmosphere and you receive it just as the earth does, right? And then it has messages for you in that, for you and your divine counterpart. If there's still a fear energy, that information gets distorted. So you'll start to see it from a fear perspective. You'll see the information through fear, right? So if you don't see the connection as holy and you see it as scary, or you see, it as scary in a way where you need to save this person and not recognize, like, there's a different perspective of it, like, oh, we're both receiving transmissions. If I'm able to support myself and, I don't have to be a rescuer feeling like I'm going to miss out, like I'm receiving the same transmissions. So not to be too specific, it's just for you to recognize that you are receiving the same transmissions as it pertains to your individual experience, because you guys did grow up differently, and there's a certain way that you're supposed to see things and there's a certain way that they're supposed to see things. And then when you receive the information from the sun and you're paying attention to the triggers and how you're lightening your load by, letting certain things fall away that no longer serve you and opening to the possibilities, right? Sagittarius energy is about optimism, right? It's about seeing things beyond early programming, right? The third house, which has to do with like your early programming, your surroundings, the people around you, and ninth house Sagittarius, that's about like the things that goes in like long distance travel, spirituality, knowledge, philosophy, right? So seeing things from a wider scope allows you to receive that energy more gracefully through a filter of such, so that now when you start to focus your energy, you're focusing on what you're actually wanting to create, rather than what has already in the past been premature and fear based. It's like rushing into life, rushing into doing, X, Y, Z, rushing into having children, rushing into being with your partner, rushing into, because you don't want to miss out on the opportunities when it's like basically y'all together. So y'all going to receive the same transmission and you're not missing out on anything. Your job is to understand what is being triggered so that y'all stay aligned. It's about alignment. It's not about, catching up. Look for aligned collaborators to multiply, to flow. So yeah, that is the message for you. Wave number 2. Peace be unto you.